Well, hi, good morning. Thanks so much for joining me here in my shop. Today is the 23rd of April, but you're about to watch a video that I actually shot yesterday. And the reason I'm doing this introduction is to literally not disappoint you as a viewer if you watch the rest of this video. It's about me trying to find some way to correct the distortion in the FM part of this radio. I'm largely unsuccessful, although somehow at the end of the video FM seems to work better, but goodness knows why. So it's an awful lot of me studying the schematic and then studying the circuit board in here with a close-up camera. There's an awful lot of that and no really good result, although somehow there is a good result. I don't really know how that happened. Now I end the video frustrated and I talk about going ahead with the alignment of all these shortwave coils here and adjustments and trimmers. There's just a ton of them. What I've realized since yesterday is this is only half of them. There's another half, another bank just like this, hidden underneath this assembly here. And boy, there's just no way I'm going to be able to get at them or go after them or do anything with them. So consequently, I think in the end I'm just going to leave this whole radio alone the way it is. It does work, works fairly okay. So I think probably the risk here is everything I do will simply degrade this radio further and further. Thank you. Someone did send me a much more detailed schematic with a bunch of other additional information about this radio, and I studied that last night at length, and you can see what I'm concluding today. Even though I studied that schematic, I really couldn't sort it out. These radios are very complicated radios. They have an awful lot of parts, and you know, unless I can read German, there's no way I can go forward with trying to work on this without the risk of just messing it up more and more. Maybe I've messed it up already a little bit. So that's my introduction. Watch the next video if you dare, and I think today what I'll do is I'm just going to put this back into its cabinet, and maybe I'll do one more video with this actually receiving shortwave radio stations and stuff like that, and maybe I'll put it up against a big behemoth of a radio for comparison purposes, and we'll find out how this guy really compares to a big radio. This is a big radio too. So here comes the video, and have a great day after you watch it. Well, hi, good morning, and thanks so much for joining me in my shop. But at the moment, we're just looking out my backyard window, and you're seeing snow on the ground and a line of sun melting it away as the sun rises higher in the sky. Yep, snow, cold air, bright, hot sun. Boy, that's just a great combination. Driving my cats a little bit wild too. But let's look back in here. At this radio. Here we are. Okay, so the last video ended with me trying any kind of cheap and easy way to solve a minor distortion error with the FM reception with this radio. And I shouldn't really say minor. Like a lot of these older FM radios, I find anyway that when you tune the radio for peak signal strength, you end up with a distorted sound result, and when you tune for clear sound, you tune to a weaker spot, and usually there's a little bit of noise coming in with the signal. You can tell it's not tuned to the maximum spot. So in my mind, this is an indication of something in the detector being out of balance, and there's an adjustment slug in a coil in the detector that I was trying to hunt down yesterday, just kind of at random, which is not a wise thing to do normally with a radio like this, and no success whatsoever. So I'm still interested in trying to correct the FM situation here, because I think it is correctable. Not only is there an adjustment that I'm hunting down, or trying to hunt down, there's one particular small electrolytic capacitor that I'd love to find in this radio and replace it if I could find it. So I think the next step, rather than roaming around the radio some more, is to start roaming around the schematic a little bit. See if I can't get anything out of it that would help me identify what to adjust to clear up the FM, and where is this little capacitor? Can I find it? Can I change it? So that's a good lead-in for us to start looking at the schematic. So the schematic is a classic European or German style schematic in terms of the symbology on it. It's a little small here. Let's zoom in a bit. Quite different from what we're used to in North America. It's the same stuff. If you look at it long enough, you'll figure everything out. What's a coil, what's a capacitor, what's a resistor. But as usually is the case with European built radios, man, it has a lot of parts. Oh my gosh, an awful lot of parts. So what I'm looking for are things that relate to the FM circuitry, especially the detector, and I'm also just familiarizing myself with what's going on here. Look, I just spotted this FM tuner. There's the outline of the box or the metal can here. Okay, what's this one over here? Coil gang. Coil gang. So is that what's under the cardboard? Here's all the rotating switches here. I don't see a massive number of coils. There should be a massive number of adjustable coils. So not quite sure what they're showing here inside of a can. For sure it's in a can. Is it FM related? AF 125, AF 106. What are these? AC. This must be the type of transistor, maybe. AF. Yeah, I think that's what that is. I think that's the label for the transistor involved. So here's the antenna. Again, you know, European radio. Nothing simple about anything. Look at that. Oh my god, all this stuff goes on until you get to the first transistor. Yikes. But we're not so interested in this end of things. So conceivably what's going on here is this part is busy receiving 100 megahertz signal, and perhaps the conversion takes place here. AFC. Yikes. Yikes. There's a lot of yiking in here. This is definitely the FM tuner? How do I know? How did I know that? How did I know that? FM tuner says right there. So this looks a little bit like a detector right here. Can't be the case though. It has to go through an IF amplifier stage to build it up, but it certainly has the look of a detector here. Down here too. Got me as to what's going on. I don't know. Coils here, lots of stuff. Okay. You can see the antenna signal. It looks like it's coming along here and fed in here. Or is it coming out of here? Fed up, yeah, that's what's going on. It's coming out of here, it's fed up into here, and then this is a dual IF. This is going to run both at 455 kilohertz, conceivably 455 kilohertz, and also at 10.7 for FM. So you have this is either the FM, and this would be the AM, or vice versa. What is this? This is a little odd here. I mean, these are clearly IF stages through here. This is right there, IF 4, 3, 2. I don't need too much brain power. Where's 1? Where is IF number 1? This is it here? No, it's IF number 8, number 7. I decided to use Roman numerals there. There's IF 9. Oh my gosh. No wonder there's so many cans inside this radio I saw earlier. Yikes. Now the thing about transistors is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but no one's here to correct me, they really don't have the kind of gain typically you can get out of a tube. So you end up with more stages of amplification in a transistor device, and then you're going to have to link these stages, so you're going to get more and more of these transistors in here. Transformers in here. Yeah, watch what I say, because I'm not watching it. You got your thinking cap on? Let's go on the next part of the next half of the schematic here. I think this is going to work better. So we're coming out of the IF here. So this really looks like a detector here. You can see the two diodes. Reverse, you can see some things across the output here, coming out here. There it is. So this 2 microfarad capacitor can be the cause of the distortion that we're hearing. This little capacitor has a big impact on the operation of the detector here. The other thing that would affect the sound quality, especially the way it is now, is tuning this coil here, I believe, L102. If we can find L102, there's a chance I can twiddle it and the distortion will disappear, even without changing this capacitor. That may not be the ideal approach. I mean, the ideal approach is to, do a full-blown proper alignment on this thing. No, I'm not doing that. No, no, no. Because the word proper was in there, and I don't think I can do a proper job on this. All I want to do is just correct. It's working really well. I just want to correct a little bit of distortion. So now, how can I spot this coil? Actually, look, it says L103, 102, 101. There's 3 in here. 3 coils, but they're almost certainly inside a can. Yeah, here's the can. The can is here. Okay, so it's 3 coils in a can. That would give a lot of terminals, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's not a lot of terminals. If it was like 12 terminals, I could probably find it by counting terminals. But this won't be much different than these other cans. It's right near this transistor. AF, so, find the transistor, probably find the can. Find the can, find the 2 adjustments. Find the 2 adjustments, figure out which one it is. No, is there another adjustment? I'm not, if I got this wrong by some chance. So this looks like the final stage of the AM radio. Here's the detector here, and another one here, diode detector. So it looks like they've separated the AVC and the signal with separate detectors, if you like. And here's one going, a big resistor, AFC. Oh, wait a minute, isn't that a note from down here? No, I don't think so. I think this is a label, not on the arrow, but on this line here. They just put it in an unfortunate place. Where's this arrow pointing anyway? That's from the FM side of things. It must be up in here. Here it is. Oh, it says AFC up here too. So AFC probably derived where? Down in here? All these switches, AFC going here, going there. Oh my god. Yeah. No, I'm not going to explain too much of this. So back to what the key thing is, trying to find this. Hey, I wonder if this is labeled IF5. I'm just going to glance at the radio here. I don't think I saw any labels like that. I would have jumped if I'd seen them earlier. I'm looking in the radio now. Well, TR17, TR10, so the transistors are labeled. That's a pretty good start right there. V603, all those things are labeled nicely. Okay, so what was that transistor? We will hunt down, we'll try to identify, where am I on the schematic here? Here we are. We'll try to identify this can here by finding this transistor, AF137. Quickly, find a pen. Piece of paper. AF137A. AF137A. What's AF? Audio frequency? That doesn't make sense there. This is an RF. This is a last of the IF amplifiers here. So AF, well, but it would make sense if the other ones say RF something or other. No, AF. Okay. So we just find that. IF number 5. Let me write that down. IFV. They probably labeled it in there, and I just probably haven't spotted it yet. Okay, let's go look at the radio now. So I'm going to go over this with the close-up camera and see if we can find any of these items here. A little more light. Okay, we got our 2 zoomed in. That's a little tight, but let's go with this. TR10, transistor 10. I'm just looking at the numbering system here. Nice and clear, easy to read. TR17. What I'm looking for is TR AF137. I haven't seen any numbers like that. Is that what TR is? TR transistor, transformer. I'm just looking at a random spot too. I'm just trying to get used to the numbering, how they lay it out. So here's a suspicious can right here. This could be the can we're after. Now, is there any kind of label on it? Any kind of label on the board? Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the focus. I'm just a little bit too tight here. Just bear with me a moment. I have to call up the dialog box for that camera. Pull it back a little bit. See more at a time. What can happen here is you can spot the label and I miss it. Because you and I aren't necessarily looking at the same spot on that. Oh, you know what? Let's find a can that's in the open and see if we can find the label. So this can is kind of in the open. We can see all the way around it. Is there a label? So I bet you that says TR something for that transistor there, and we can't read the number on it. You know, all these resistors are easy to read too. So I'll be looking for a Roman numeral on here somewhere, indicating down on the board there, indicating well, if I were to label these, I think I've put the label right down here. It's just a couple of resistors. Okay, so this isn't going well. I got this TR17. I'm going to go back on the schematic and try to figure out what they're doing with the numbering, because I'm looking for a completely different number. AF1 something or other. Yeah, I'm not going to find anything here. Let's go back and we'll check the schematic. So look closely at how these are labeled. Sometimes they write the labels right across the top or the bottom. No. There's this big table here. I don't see anything. Oh, there it is up there. Oh, there we are, TR11. Okay, I missed it. Here we are. So come back to this can we're chasing down. We're going to try to find this transistor. It's TR9. Transistor 9. Is there any other indicator here that we snugged right up? Well, these would be R153 and R154. Let me write those down. Those will be right in that area. R153 and 154. Okay, let's go back to hunting some more. TR number 9. TR number 9. 9, which happens to be an AF137. I think that's really how this is working. Okay, so R153, 154. You know, you're looking through the camera. I can see this whole radio with my eyes here really quickly, so I'm looking all over the place here. Power of my eyeballs. And TR number 9. So there's 10. There's TR number 10 right there. TR 10. So TR9. Would that be it? TR. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to get up there. Let's see it. TR. Well, I don't know. TR9? What is that? Son of a gun. Okay, we can't be sure of that one. Let's find some other TRs in here. TR10. TR11. Oh no, that's not a transistor. I may overlook one too. Okay, so I got a guess. Oh, it could be way under this wheel. Hidden in the dark corner here. Look at that. There's an adjustment down in there. Son of a gun. So no sign of TR9. No sign TR9. TR8. Okay, so I found 8 and 10. You can guess. 9 must be in between. So 9 should be right, you know, should be that one. Okay, so let's say that's TR9. I just can't read the number. Let's say that's transistor 9. Then right near it, we should find somewhere around here R153 and 154. Ooh, 2. Oh, starting with the number 2. Okay. TR17. Where? Oh, right there. No, that's TR11. TR17 appears to be missing in action. Oh my gosh, so this board is for various versions of this radio. Yeah, look at all the connection spots that are missing. Nothing in them. Oh, okay, that doesn't help much. Boy, look at them all. Yeah, I think all this stuff was designed without the aid of a computer, or minimal help from computers. I don't know how a computer would help build this. 1968, it keep track of payroll for the company. That's what it would do. Okay, I've lost my concentration. So these are all 2s. There's no 1s in here. How can this be? They're all 2s. Am I got the right thing? Yeah, 154. Okay, so that almost suggests it's on a different board. Well, here's an R4. Okay, so it's on the same board with a different number. So R1s. Where there's L1s. There's a 2. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? This was supposed to be a very clever approach, but it's not clever at all. 5. Way up in here? Anything with a 1. Anything in the hundreds. In the 100s. Anybody. Somebody. I've looked in there already. It's all 2s. Okay, let's I don't know. Can we see anything in here? Is there anything written in here? So there's a little board here, but there's nothing numbered on it. Did that schematic show this stuff on a separate board? Oh man. There's a reason why I like fixing old tube radios, and the reason is it's easy. That's compared to everything else, it's easy. Hey, there's some ones. I see a 1 down there. Oh, it's an L. L, L, L. Is there an R? An R? L, L, C. What happened to the R's? There's no R's. This is an arceless radio. Son of a gun. Just any one R with 100 and I'd be happy at this point. Just show me any one. What am I missing here? Is there another whole board? Let me flip the radio over. Okay, so we're looking at the other side of the board. Well, that's an interesting thing right there. I really haven't noticed that. 478.598 11/7. Okay, that might be worth knowing at some point. BK. There's just nothing written on here. There's nothing written on here. Here. So I really suspect the 1 indicates a different board. Wow. At this point, I'm just looking at things now. Just kind of for fun. To go back on the schematic and see if so there's this board here, this big board here. That's the same board down there. There isn't really another board in here, is there? There must be. You could kind of call that. Oh, look at those. R8, 8. These all start with 8s. And then we have the capacitor, and then we have another little board up here. The little board does not seem to have labels on it, except that great big 390 jumping out of there. So, you know, back to the FM tuner here. Did I miss something there? The radio antenna sticks out of a little hole here. Nothing labeled on this board. I looked at this already. I looked at all of it already. Okay, so this whole plan is just flopped completely. I got no clue. I got no clue of anything yet. Let's take a look at the schematic. See if I can get a clue here. So, 156. 1. 1. 1. These are all ones. 1, 1. Where's the twos? Here's the twos. 2, 2, 2. What are they trying to say here with these numbers? But these are all ones, and I couldn't find any of them. They're all around these cans. come on, what's going on here? Maybe there's a note I should have read. This switch will be operated automatically when putting set into the bracket. Oh, that's right. Yes, I did say that. I found that switch with a plunger that goes up a little sleeve or tunnel, and then there's that funny connector on the bottom of this radio. So okay, that's for sure what that is. Switch position, synchronized switch direction. Somebody give me a hint of some sort. AM variometer connections. Variometer. Now a variometer is basically a variable inductor of a peculiar design. It's an old style thing. Variometer connections. I got no idea what that actually is in the radio. Oh my gosh. Does that say car antenna? Is that what that says? Car antenna. I completely misinterpret the whole thing. No, I don't think so. Here's the two speakers. No, there's no way I misinterpreted the whole thing. So all these numbers are ones. Ones. I didn't find a single one anything in there. How does this work? 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, let's go to the other first part of the schematic, or left page if you like. There's some resistors. Where are they? There's one. A 1. 141. 142. Now, is there a chance that the board I have is a 200 board, and so everything's numbered in the 200s? Well, why would they do that? Because we already saw that there are spare holes in this board. So, you know, maybe they have a whole layout, this one, on the 100s, but my radio's got a different layout. And to avoid confusion in the manufacturing process, they use this numbering system. That means I'm actually looking at the wrong schematic. No surprise in that. So would it be as simple as you stick a 2 in front and go find them that way? What I mean is, whoops, other. If I want to try to find these resistors here, where'd they go? Well, it was 153 and 154, somewhere in here. I would actually look for 253 and 254. 256. 256 looks like a good one to find too. I'll write that down. Okay, we're going to go back and hunt the radio some more. Okay. So we'll be looking now for 253, 254, 256, 250 anything. 250 anything. Well, okay, right around the first, this suspicious one here. Any 256. There it is. R256. It would be that one there. And then we're also looking for 253 and 254. So, yeah, these are in the right. 253. 250. Does that say 3 under there? We can guess that's 253, and then 254 is going to be, well, there's 246. 240. What happened here? I get my numbers mixed up. 240. 250. So somewhere in here. Okay, so let's say we got the right area now. And we still think it's this transistor here. What am I to do? So that means, what would that mean? That would mean, I'm forgetting what I saw in the, oddly enough, because of the physical position, that means this transistor is the last of the IF guys, and its output is being fed 254, 243, 256, 258. And it is only a guess that, 158 and 258 are the same thing. Well, in one radio it might be 253 that's put in place, and in the other one it's 152 with a different value in a different position or something. Am I just muttering here? I'm just muttering around. What are we going to do? Well, this can would be the suspicious final can. It has two tuning things in it. It looks the same as these other ones. Unfortunately, that guy looks special. But do we find a 250? C250, R253 and 54. Are they here? 253. There's 250. No, yeah, R254 right there. R254. Yeah, that's one of them. And then R253. It's right there on the left, to the left. Well, the holes are empty. Oh, it's a C anyway. That's a C. R254. You know what? It's hard to say exactly what R254 is. It could be that vertical resistor there. It's about center screen. Then we have a single. It's a single thing here with 390 written on it. That's 400 over there. That's the second one with 390 written on it. There's another two of them down here, but I don't think we can read what's written on the side, if there even is anything. Yeah, they're just squeezed in there so tight. We could try fiddling with this. Let me just give you a longer shot here. We'll look at this radio in a longer view. Because the relative position of all these components kind of tells a story too. It's hard to see everything in this radio at once. So there should be a series of IF cans with two transformers. This would be 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of them. There's also this where the cans are separate. There's also 2 individual ones up here where they only have 1 transformer in them. So we can look at the layout of the radio. You can go, okay, here's the FM receiver, and the output, you could imagine, is going to come right in here somewhere. They're not going to run a long wire to the far side of the radio. Like literally, they've mounted the tuner, FM tuner, out right here. Did it on purpose. So what do we got in here? We got that guy with a red dash on it. I tried these things and they didn't seem to have any effect. And down there is 262, 248, 250. That's interesting. 238. The numbers are ranging down in here. 246. 253 and 54 is what we're looking for. Okay. Yeah. So just on a layout basis, wow. Okay, so we would think, let's go the other way. The output end of this IF string has to go into some detectors. And there's quite a few diodes involved. So when looking for diodes, there'd probably be a bunch of little signal diodes in there somewhere. Oh my gosh, there's stuff way up in here. 48. That's a capacitor. Ah. Well, what I'm hoping is that something will clear up in my mind at some point, and I'll say, yeah, this is the one worth testing, worth trying, to see if this is the one that just needs a little bit of tweaking, and bingo, FM sounds great again. I don't know. I really don't know. I tried tweaking these two back here. You can barely see them on camera here. And none of this seemed to have the desired effect. It's definitely, now think about this, what I'm after, there's 2 coils contained in a single can, okay? It has to be one of these. It has to be one of those. One of them is dashed with a green paint mark. Probably the green mark indicates it's been done. I'm going to take a wild guess that that this radio is not tuned up by one person, that different stages are tuned up by different people at different points in the building process. And so this might be a mark to say I've done this, and likewise this red dash might be a mark to say I've done that. I don't know. Why else is somebody putting green paint on there? Okay, that's just thought this thing through to death. I think what we're going to try is we're going to try and see if we can get some benefit out of fooling with that guy. That guy is going to be the guy. Pretty sure I fooled with him yesterday, got nowhere. Let's fool with him again. So let me get the speaker hooked up here. Okie dokie. I'll hook up a, we'll do this with just receiving signals. Here's the antenna here. That'll be the FM antenna. Actually, you know what? We'll make it a longer wire. Hook it up to this guy here. I have a nice FM antenna plugged in, volume down, power on, get it reacted.
Really, it is our decision to make whether we build back from this better, or if we try to double down on a status quo that is clearly not working for people or the planet.
So, Mark, that's interesting because there's great pressure, and it's happening here in Canada, it's happening around the world, for people to, you know, plug the economy back in.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
If we don't want to separate the economy from the environment, and to try to figure out, maybe there is something that we can learn, maybe that what we're in right now, and it's about being adaptable, but also just seeing cleaner air, that we want that to be continuing on in future.
Possibly. And I have great respect for Catherine, by the way. She's done really important things in terms of strategy for how we do better, especially on climate change that I'm referring to. But in her comment there, she said, as we rebuild. And I just want to point out that, you know, there are different kinds of times when the economy goes down for various reasons. It could be a war, a recession, a deliberate shutdown with a pandemic. But I think we have to be careful to say that we're now about to rebuild our economy. What we've done is we have all these things. We have factories, we have vehicles, we have electricity generating plants, and we have buildings. And we're not going to be rebuilding them. We are going to be firing them up again. And so this is a very short-term phenomenon, whether we like it or not. That's what's going to happen. And yet the transition of an economy away from reliance on burning coal and burning gasoline in our vehicles requires a transition of our equipment and our factories. And that can only be a longer-term prospect. It's incremental. It's when you go to renew a car, we need you to buy an electric car. And so we're not really rebuilding after this.
Yeah, okay. So I guess somebody's made the comment now is a good time to fix everything and change everything. And I guess this guy's point is no. Let's just concentrate on getting the train to go down the tracks again. And then we can worry about what the train looks like and what where the tracks are leading. Isn't that great? That was great. So the surprising thing is, I've tested the FM just now, and it doesn't seem great. Like I'm gonna tune another station in, one with some music on it, because that's the real giveaway. But I can't keep it on there very long.
That's where the battle needs to be. That's.
It's right at the peak. It's.
With Ellison Archer and the KX Morning Ride. You know the old saying,
it's a little bit of a weaker station there.
You to find the right lender who is willing to offer the best mortgage solutions for you. Do you want to shorten the term of your mortgage? Obtain a lower interest rate? Tap into equity for large purchases. Or maybe consolidate your debt. Mortgage Band DLC is the go-to for all your financial needs.
That's an FM AFC button on it.
Available across Canada, and the #1 choice for your financial needs in Aurelia. Many of the lessons I've learned in my life, I first learned from my mom and dad. You probably did as well. Keep your fingers out of your mouth. Use soap when you wash your hands. And cover your mouth when you cough and sneeze. There's one other important lesson that I really didn't understand until I was older. That lesson, always buy local when you can. I'm Kevin Brown, Managing Director for Bayshore Broadcasting. I've said it before, but
at the top, it's distorted now with the AFC.
Facing an unknown and challenging future. I ask that you support them first, just as they have supported our community. This is where we raise our children, where we work, and where we play. If we all act together by supporting our local...
What are the chances I can find that 2 microfarad capacitor? I did not go searching for that. Okay, here we go again. I'm going to go searching for the 2 microfarad capacitor. I'm just going to look at the schematic myself here and get the number off of it. Just bear with me 1 second. The capacitor number is C154. C154. It's the same as the resistor. I'm writing it down here. 154. Okay, now we're going to go hunting for C154. Power off. But actually, I was quite impressed by that. Maybe the problem is not as bad as I think. It's still worth fooling around here. Now, C154. So I'm just going to use my eyes rather than the camera. Well, you know, where would I be if I were the detector? I think it'd be over here. I think the detector would be over here. There's lots of coils and stuff. This is where all the 100 numbers were. Or 421. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to spot it. Even if I did, what could I do about it? It's just buried right down in there. Pretty suspicious one right there. Look at this red thing here. What is it? I don't know. There's a can here I didn't really notice before. Funny, like a big... Looks like a doghouse. What's that on? I don't think I'm going to get anywhere with this FM thing now that I've heard it and it sounds not so bad. Maybe what I'll do, I thought about this earlier, just move on to trying to adjust the local oscillator on the shortwave bands and sharpen up the accuracy up here, because I think I can do it. Well, that was all about having a tool so small it would go in there, and I've got these little tiny metal screwdrivers, probably not at all appropriate for trying to tune these coils. I'll certainly do it. Do that today or do that tomorrow? It's only a few. So the first thing I have to figure out which of these is the Oscillator Bank. I think it's this. Oh, and then there was that question about the primary or the overall setting. I don't know what I'm doing here yet. Not going to leave those alone for now. I think I'm going to stop for today. I'm going to say, well, didn't really get anywhere today, but at least I discovered the FM doesn't sound quite as bad as I thought. That's my job for today. Tomorrow, we'll take one last look at aligning this. Maybe in the meantime, I'll hunt around for some more hints on what to do about the FM side, if anything. And you know, a weak FM-IF output wouldn't be helpful in trying to create a large tuning area where you hit the mark. Right now on this radio, it's like you got to tune it exactly right. And if I could just broaden that out like an AFC type thing, just by getting more signal through. The other thing too is when you tune a little bit off, just a little bit off, you start hearing a hiss sound. That's a sign again of a low IF, not enough to allow the limiter to limit. There's not enough there to be limited coming out of the IF. So perhaps an IF alignment might actually be beneficial. I've just convinced myself of that. Why wouldn't we do that? Why wouldn't I attempt that? Lots of reasons. First, yeah, I think I'm going to stop for today. We'll think about that. Maybe an IF alignment. Could do it on the AM side too. Perhaps. Somehow. And end up messing up a nice radio. Hey, thanks a lot for watching this. Sorry it didn't really come out to something wonderful here, but that's how it goes. This is just the way it goes. See you on the next video.